Friends, we gather together in the sight of God to witness and bless the joining together of Lilla Bea and Reed in Christian marriage. The marriage of Lilla Bea and Reed unites our families and creates a new one.
There's a person in our lives that means so much to us. He's been a real mentor and like a grandfather also to Lilla Bea is Dr. Karl Stegall. And Dr. Stegall gave some wonderful sermons. One I talked about how every person who can take out a piece of paper can draw the footprint of their childhood home and how important that is etched in your memory. Another sermon he gave was when he quoted Randy Travis, and the sermon was based on the storms of life are washing me away. You think about those storms of life and how those storms affect you, you need a hurricane lantern and a globe and that protection. And we feel like we've been that protection for Lilla Bea, but we are so thankful to have you, Reed, as the hurricane globe that will protect and to make sure that your light never goes out.
So here we are, marking with them the ageless joy and ritual and promise of the marriage covenant. And we are also honored to be present with family and friends for this moment, this occasion. The discerning moments of their first date in their own words. Reed, I took a risk and asked Lilla Bea to dinner. No planning, no thinking ahead, just pure, undiluted risk. She accepted, and I was relieved. I promptly picked her up at 5:30 p.m. I mentally checked off important items. Open her door, check. Lower the volume on the radio, check. Drive the speed limit, check. What a risk taker Reed is.
So we arrive at the restaurant, and over the course of the next 2 hours, I realized that this was much more than a date. I was sitting across from the woman I was going to marry.
And then Lilla Bea, he made me smile, made me laugh, and he made me feel so at ease. I knew it was the beginning of the spark we both had for each other. I remember going back to my dorm room and knowing that Reed was the person with whom I wanted to spend the remainder of my life. And then Reed, as we were saying goodbye, the words, "I love you," slipped out of my mouth. She was shocked, and so was I. But I'm a firm believer that when you know, you know, and I knew, and thankfully, the feeling was mutual, and not long after, she accepted a second date, and the rest is history. But we know, don't we, friends gathered here this evening, those of us who treasure this couple, that it was just the beginning.
It's hard for me to picture life before Lilla Bea. As we all know her, her kindness, her love, her beauty, and her propensity to do good are irreplaceable, unmatched, and touch everyone. I cannot imagine a more perfect life partner than you, Lilla Bea.
Shooter, they sort of joke about the risk taker thing, but I sort of like it. I think he's practical. I like that. At the end of the day, he's the guy that's going to lead you back to where you need to go.
I think the one word, Lilla Bea, we've gone to school together for a long time, and all those 13 years, I think the one word is loyal.
I wanted to tell you this quote, which is Lilla Bea's favorite quote. It's from John Wesley, and the first time she told it to me, I thought, that's crazy because that's you, Lilla Bea. It says, do all the good you can, in all the ways you can, to all the souls you can, in every place you can, at all the times you can, with all the zeal you can, as long as you ever can.
When we love people and we know them well, we are aware that hard times may appear as quickly as a thunderstorm on an otherwise sunny summer day. Paraphrasing Paul's sentiment, those of us in this room are saying this to you today. We know one thing, and it is that God created you and provided nurturing families and sustained you. And then He made straight your paths to each other. And He will be faithful to bring to completion the work He began so many years ago. And you must be faithful to each other and to Him. And then whatever storms may rage and whatever life may take you, you may rest assured that all is well. And in the comparatively few moments when troubles settle upon your collective shoulders, and in the many times when joy overwhelms you, remember this verse. And I am sure of this, that He who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ.
I can't imagine anyone else that I would rather want to spend my life with, and I love you very much, and I am looking forward to all that is to come in our life.